You go.
No. Would you?
Um, who knows, man?
Well, it depends on what state I am mentally. If I'm really bummed out, I might go say hey to Hachishaku-sama, but probably
What if she's like cool to hang? Like she just wants to hang out now.
not. You're like, yeah, I only wanted to like steal you and eat your soul when you were a kid, but like you
Do
grew
you want
out
to
of
get a
it.
beer?
But yeah, you want to
I'm
get a
sorry.
beer?
Do you want to get a sake?
Nice. Um, but yeah, so that was creepy, and we've got two more for you.
We have two.
Yeah, this one I saved for myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um, and the next one I'm not really excited about. I don't want to talk about it. But I
Oh,
want
you
you
want
all
me to
to
read it?
know. Well, yeah, you can talk about it, but I want the listeners to know that I'm devoted, and so they know how much I hate The Ring and The Grudge and that thing, those sorts of things. But I was like, you know what? I got to do some research on it. I just got to do some research on it. I got to explore why I'm scared. And guess what, guys? I'm still fucking terrified. This one is called. You say it. I don't want to say it in my house.
Hikiko-san.
uh, Basically, it's just the inspiration for The Ring.
This is one of those stories where it was definitely told as like a to kids.
Yeah.
It's just a big anti-bullying ad.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Basically, and there's really not so much story. The big story was the 8 feet tall. I thought that was really fun. I had a good time, but I wanted to talk about this one.
Cause
I'm
it's
just
fucked
gonna.
up. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Um. It's basic. Well, it's kind of like if I don't know if any of you guys have seen Fantastic Beasts, but it's kind of like the. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Okay. Well, there's this like basically there's this like pain creature where like the pain and anger grows until it physically manifests,
Hmm.
and that's essentially kind of what this is. And it says Hikiko-san is a young girl, and she was beaten by her parents at home, causing her to be slightly deformed. And this deformity causes her to be bullied by her classmates. And then one day she committed suicide because it was all too much. And but some people say she was killed by her father. But either way, the girl comes back as a human-hating spirit. It is said that one of the boys from Hikiko's class saw her spirit after her death, and she was dragging the lifeless body of one of her tormentors behind her. When he told the police about her, she killed him that night.
Hell yeah, snitches get stitches, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. The next part creeps me out. You want to read it?
Yeah. Another story goes that she would attack entire schools, decapitating people and pulling off their limbs. She would drag the bodies and all the limbs behind her, covering the walls and floors in blood. Anyone unfortunate enough to enter the building during one of these attacks becomes one of the dead. Afterwards, the school would be shut down and abandoned. I'm telling you, America's got school shootings. They've got Hikiko-san.
Yeah, but you just don't know about it because everyone dies because it's supernatural. And the next thing you know, a janitor shows up late to his shift. He walks in, attack's done, covered in blood, and he's like, you know what? I'm fucking done with this shit. I'm
What
not
the
cleaning
shit?
this up
They don't pay
anymore.
me enough.
They don't pay me enough, and he doesn't
He's
do
like,
any
again?
investigating, and nothing happens. The school's abandoned. All the parents don't really care because they're sending you off to your grandparents anyway, so they can go travel around Japan all summer. But meanwhile, the Hachishaku Sama is attacking you. You got it on all fronts.
But
And
can you imagine like breaking into one of those schools like afterwards? Because you know that like kids would have to do that. That's definitely a thing.
oh well, yeah, absolutely.
That would be the scariest fucking shit in the world.
Yeah, I the idea like this. Honestly, I don't know why. I wish that I could express to not only you, but also the listeners why I'm so scared of these things. Because I
You're scared of
really.
girls.
I am. I really am. Honestly, I'm not scared of girls. I'm scared of intimacy.
That'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, this has been one of my favorite episodes in a long time. But the other story that I wanted to tell really fast, because I know we're nearing, the end of our time here.
Mm-hmm.
But not too long ago, I didn't tell you I was doing this. But not too long ago, I posted on Facebook, and I was just kind of, because I knew that we were going to do kind of a spooky episode soon.
Yeah, we'll probably
We
do some
talk,
more as well.
yeah, we'll do some more. So I kind of just put some feelers out on Facebook, and I was like, hey guys, does anybody have any, paranormal stories that they're willing to share and are willing to, have spoken about on the podcast? And totally did. Totally got some crazy ass stories. One of my really good friends from high school sent me a story, and we were not like super close, but we were close enough to where like I had the fact that I had no clue that all this craziness was going on, like, is kind of crazy or
Mm-hmm.
kind of scary. But he's got a lot, and I know we're nearing the end on time. So do you want me to share the scarier ones, or do you want me to share kind of all of it, or what? How much time do we have?
Give us a real scary one.
Okay, I'll give you the real scary one. I'm just gonna pull it up. But basically, he said so they knew that the house was haunted. There was a lot of like funny stuff that would happen. So initially, to me, it sounds like a poltergeist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the way that he described it, the activity started off very lighthearted, and that's typically how poltergeist activity goes. So
Mm-hmm.
not so much ghosts, but a poltergeist. So he said one time, and this is the kind of the precursor. He had this like mayonnaise jar, and he said that he put the mayonnaise jar on the table right next to him when he was making a sandwich. All right,
Okay.
goes to turn and get it, cannot find it anywhere. He said he just set it down, and it was right when he like turned back to after he just put his. Is Can you hear me?
Yep.
Where did I cut out at? Should I just restart?
The mayonnaise disappeared.
How
Yeah,
should we
you
fix
just
this?
you just restarted.
Okay, cool. So yeah, basically, I think it was. I think that he was experiencing poltergeist activity, not so much ghost activity, because he said it all started out kind of like, very lighthearted, and so he was, like he said, he was making a sandwich, he was having dinner or something. He set it down, this mayonnaise jar, and he set the lid down right next to him as he was doing his thing, and they were eating dinner, and then they went to clean it up, and it was gone, like right from where he had, put it down, and they tore apart the kitchen looking for it, couldn't find it anywhere, and then the next morning they woke up, and it was perfectly centered on the middle of the table.
Oh no.
And that, I mean, like, that was one of the more light. They were like, "Oh, that's super weird," But and they would say stuff would slide around. But the two scary ones, he said, these are the two scary ones. We'll go straight to those. But he said his little sister would be in her room just talking to no one. When we asked her when we asked her, she would say that she was talking to the lady with the brown face.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah. This went on for about a year until one night she was crying. She told us that the lady had started to yell at her and had started to become mean to her. And then one morning she woke up with visible bruises on her arm.
I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And then the next one really creeps me out. This one is, I just like sharing these stories. This one to me, because I like to be skeptical first, even though I really want to believe. This one sounds like sleep paralysis, but I've had experiences that I was like, I know that wasn't sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he is saying. So I'll take him at his word because I've had the same thing. And so he said, and with everything else that he shared, the house is it's haunted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe that. And so then one night he said the TV kept turning itself on and on, or on and off. And so, and that, that wasn't too weird. But that night, he had his door open and he saw a man that he didn't recognize walk down the hall. He passed the bedroom door, but then turned around and came back in, and he sat down on the bed and looked at him. And then he got up and he walked away. And or can you cut that part out? He didn't want me to share his name.
Yep.
Sorry. So then he it sat down on his bed, got up and walked away. He'd never seen the guy in his life, never saw him again. Yeah. And so huge thanks to that guy for sharing his stories. I just thought I'd share that at the end of a creepy episode. And I've got some more other people were cool with me sharing, but I thought we would maybe do like one an episode or something like that. Yeah. Or like something fun. But yeah,
maybe for our 50th we can do a segment.
Yeah, we're very close. Very close. But yeah, that was some Japanese urban legends.
See, the story from that guy, what got me worse than the urban legends.
Oh yeah. The his sister, that creeps me out.
Oh, God almighty. Ghosts. Yeah. I don't like ghosts, man. We should do we're going to do a real deal ghost episode one of these days.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's going to be a bad time.
It's not going to be fun. Also, I meant to say earlier, I forgot. Never mind.
Nice.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus and Flickr and Tumblr. I have an amateur account on Pornhub.com. It's just me playing Fortnite, and I get a lot of views on it, which is real weird. I'm fully clothed too, but I'm just kidding. That doesn't exist. That's not out there. Don't search that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate you all.
You can find me on Twitter at Gabe_I_Jones, and you can find the Sad Boys on all things Facebook, Twitter, or the Sad Boys. That's the email as well, and Instagram at the Saddest Boys.
But yeah, I just want to say again too, thank you guys for your patience. We talked about it on last week's episode with our life update. It's been a crazy time. Just wanted to say thank you again one more time for patience. We're gonna have some new episodes chugging along soon. Got some really fun ones planned. So
we got some cool things coming down the pipeline. So thank you guys so much for listening. And we'll see you again here soon.
Bye, Felicias.